Yelpy, no, that Yelpy, go. Yelpy, where are you going? It's time for Rich's Game Room. Let's get inside. Yelpy! This is tonight on the first episode of Rich's Game Room. Yeah, Rich plays exact Axelay 2 graphics call. And we take a look at two other shooter games. Graphically, this game is made inside Rich's Game Room compared to Thundercade. Thundercade. With that said, hi there and welcome in. This is Rich's Game Room, the evolution of Riv's Game Room. However, they're entirely different series. Anyway, I got 3 underrated shooters to get for you tonight. Let's get right into that first one. And that's right, this is Thundercade on the NES. Let's take a look. Okay, so this tells us our mission briefing for this level. Cool. Music is not that good right now, but let's see what we got. Again, it sounds too upbeat, too happy for this. And the graphics, were these things done in deluxe paint? It's only a bad thing if this is Action 52 graphics all over again, which it looks like a recolored version of Norman, that paint game from Action 52. With honestly terrible music. Only because it's ill-fitting for the game. In which the music should be more dramatic like any other shooter. But it's just too overly happy. I mean, I guess I expect too much. By the way, you can pick up, gameplay-wise, you pick up options and you shoot things, like any other normal shooter. But you could take out the buildings, too, like I just did there. These graphics are giving me a headache and hurting my eyes. I see why this one's underrated, and it should probably stay that way. Underrated because it looks horrible. And the only good sound effects are the shooting sound effects, because the music's straight in. By the way, once you lose an option, it's gone until you get it back. The options also act as an extra hit. Just take a listen to this music. Tell me if it fits a wartime game like this is supposed to be. Because I sure as heck don't think so. Anyway, I really don't recommend this one. And honestly, let's get going with our next game, shall we? So that's Thundercade. And up next, we got one on the Super Nintendo known as Aero Fighters. Let's check it out. And this is Aero Fighters, made in 1993 by Miko River Incorporated. Never heard of them, aside from this one game. So, excuse me. You have 4 countries. You got, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is Norway. Or it's either Norway or Sweden. England, Japan, and the US. Let's take our old, good old US of A F-18. Which means we're flying as Michael Keaton. No, I'm kidding. His name is Keaton, but that's about it. Y shoots, A drops her special weapon. Graphically, this game looks amazing. I love the way this looks compared to Thundercade, of course. Thundercade is an NES game. It's not really all that fair to compare an SNES game to an NES game. So, draw your comparisons to this and our next game, which will also be an SNES game. I won't tell you what it is, because I don't want to spoil it. Okay, so I said A drops the bomb, it's actually B. Just like this, or just like Thundercade or any other shooter, you can pick up power-ups to help your weapons out. And with this one, there's no turbo. So if you got if you got one of those controllers where there's a turbo button, use it. Otherwise, you're going to be pressing and pressing to shoot. Not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, by the way, the score resets to 001 when you die. Instead of just saying, 0. Not going to pick on it for that. Either way, I've played as mostly all of these characters. I can't see anything different about them. If you can tell anything, let me know in the comments. We'll check out all the characters before we move on to our final game of the night. This music fits. Unlike, say, Thundercade, which was way too happy and bouncy, this is just dramatic enough to work here. Especially since we're fading whatever this is, and I can just drop some... Just fly right into it and drop something on it a few times to get rid of it, and we're to the next part of the level now. Game over. We are actually going to play as some of these other contestants, or characters, so... I'm going to run out of my continues. We'll be first. We'll take the AVX. We also have... we have William. By the way, a little known fact for Sweden. Did you know that speed in Swedish is the word fart? Funny little thing. But yeah, they do come in a different starter weapon, and I kind of like this one better than the US Blades weapon. So that's the main difference. The starter weapons are different. Shame they can only take one hit. All of them. Okay, they have different special weapons. I like the UK's screen clearing whip plane there. If you get into trouble and you have one of those left, just use it. You get 2 of them. So don't be afraid to use. Oh, cool. That is cool. That's what you call a Contra-style spread shot. That weapon is going to come in handy. I think if I play this again for you guys, I'm using the UK's blade. Alright, once again, we're going to take a look at some of these other characters. We'll be right back. So here's our planes again. We tried the US, we tried England, so let's try... So I'm assuming again that's Sweden's AJ-37, and we get Kofel. He looks like a Viking, honestly. So he's got a laser weapon to start off with, and they each start off at different levels, too. That's pretty cool. Don't see that often in shooters. Or shoot-em-ups. Shooters and shoot-em-ups are different things nowadays, I'll tell you that much. But this level looks amazing, like the other ones did. It also comes with different music for each level. I like that, too, although... I kind of wish it would sound more like the country that the plane comes from. Like maybe, I don't know if this is too obvious, but Rule Britannia maybe for the UK plane. A patriotic march for our plane here in the US, maybe Stars and Stripes Forever. A Swedish patriotic song, and maybe Sakura Sakura for Japan, or Kimagayo, which is their national anthem. I'm sorry, it's Kimigayo. I mispronounced that. I'm sorry if you're watching this from Japan. My text isn't showing. I'm sorry. Okay, I really like the way that you can just drop rockets on people if you're using the Japanese plane. So which plane do I suggest? I would go with Japan's or England's, honestly. They've got the best... They've literally got the best starter weapons. Oh wait, this is actually Sweden's plane that's got the rockets. Talk about rockets red glare, I'm telling you what. Come and get me? You got it, we will. Okay, I saw this level in... I saw this level in the preview for this game, and I thought I want to feature that in the video, and I'm getting to. Cool, it's a Swede level. Tough one, though. Watch this. I'm going to start referring to that little special move as the Rocket's Red Glare. And I'm going to switch planes once again. Right, since we've done the other 3, time to show you Japan. Let's see what they've got to offer. Oh, wow. Didn't expect that. We're shooting shurikens. So wait, is this Joe Musashi from Shinobi driving this plane then? He's shooting ninja stars or shurikens. Talk about shuriken lasers. Jeez, this is actually pretty good. Forget that. Forget the TurboGrafx 16, folks. This is the real blazing lasers right here. If you can't tell, I love this game, but let me know what you think in the comments. Would you play this? And we're going to go one more round as Japan here. And then I got another game to show you, so... Oh, cool! I like the lightning clearing thing. the lightning beam over here. So I had honestly used Japan's or Sweden's planes because they're overpowered. By the way, the B power-up is your special. See? Ironically, if I press B, I lose a B. And that's that. And we got the level done just as we were getting taken out ourselves. I don't eat for lunch. Oh boy. And that's Aero Fighters. And I'll be right back with our final game in just... And so that is Aero Fighters. This really takes... Would I play this? Yeah, I would. I'd play it again. Let me know what you think of each game we've covered so far in the comments.
It's bullet hell without...
And it's time to go on to the main event, which is... Well, you'll find out.
Everything kills you.
And this kick-axe little shooter is called Axelay on the Super Nintendo, made in 1992 by that same Konami that gave us classics like Contra, Castlevania, and underrated games such as Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Anyway, you have two air weapons and a ground weapon, which is your Axelay.
Good luck.
You'll find out what those are in just a second. Look at this, though. This is beautiful. A shoots, or B shoots in this case, and A draws your special weapon. And this game is difficult. Unlike the other two shooters, which were decently hard, but not too difficult, this one is hard. This really takes the trope of what hit your dead shooters to a new level. It's bullet hell without... It's literal bullet hell. Just everything kills you. And it's continually throwing things at you, too. Okay, so, you have a pod, a sight, and a bay weapon. A straight laser, a round Vulcan, and a macro missile.
Arms installation is complete. Good luck.
The voice actually sounds pretty good. You don't really expect that on a Super Nintendo or Genesis game, although there are some good exceptions to that. Like, for example, NBA Jam with the announcer Tim Kinsrow sounds amazing, by the way. As amazing as this game looks, I'm gonna say it, the music kicks a lot of ass. Should I stop doing that joke? Okay, maybe. Unlike Aero Fighters, which is planes from different countries, you're the same plane, but you can get power-ups like any other shooter. And you know what? I'm probably not going to make it out of the first level because this game is that difficult.
Arms installation is complete. Good luck.
But this game ain't about... This show ain't about completing the game. It's about showing off the game itself. And this really shows off what the Super Nintendo's Mode 7 capability can do. The other... let's see. Aero Fighters really didn't do much with the Mode 7, which is disappointing, but this one knows how to do it. Look at that parallax scrolling on the clouds. And I usually don't like to point out technical stuff, but this game does a lot of it, and it deserves the praise.
Arms installation is complete. Good luck.
Konami deserves to be praised for this game. I honestly can't believe people don't talk about this more. One of the best shooters on any console for my money. Hey, if I had more money, I'd probably pick this up. It is a little expensive, I think. I wasted everything there. What happened? We hit a game over. Wait, I didn't even see what killed me. So do I recommend this? Absolutely. This is the best shoot 'em up on the Super Nintendo for my own money. And it's one everyone should at least emulate once. Because it does a lot for the Super Nintendo that you wouldn't expect a Super Nintendo game to do. But anyway, that is Axelay. I'll be back with final thoughts in just a second. So, ladies and gents, and penguins, that was our 3 games of the night, and I want to go to Lenny now. Lenny, you saw all 3 games. What do you recommend the most for these fine people? Penguin recommend Axelay. He says Axelay, Victory Green? No. He thinks he went with Aero Fighters. Stormy. He said Oink, Axelay. And finally, Yopi and Youppi. Starting with Youppi. Youppi? Youppi. Okay, everybody, he's actually saying Thundercade. And finally to you, Yopi. What do you think? Yopi agree with Youppi. Thundercade it is. Oh, unfortunately, I honestly can't recommend Thundercade because it got blown out of the water by Axelay and Aero Fighters. Especially Axelay. Which is why I'm going to go against our mascots here. I'm going to go with the mascot that said Axelay as the best of the bunch. But what we want to know is, here at the game room, is what do you think? What game was the best of the best for you? Was it Axelay, Thundercade, or Aero Fighters? Let us know down below, and you know what? Thank you all for visiting the game room, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.